Hey friends, Ash here with Gents. Hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my top 10 fall designer fragrances for 2021. If they were all cheap. Yeah, that's the caveat. Talking about fragrances that don't cost a whole bunch. Very novel. Each one of these is under $40, except for one, which is right at $40. And that's assuming that you're shopping at a discounter. In particular, FragranceNet is where I got the pricing for these today. As of this video, the 35% off code for FragranceNet is RPLE3. Now, keep in mind, FragranceNet does change that code over time. So if you're watching this in the future, it may have changed. But as of now, that's the code I used for pricing. Let's jump into it. All these fragrances here smell fantastic for fall. Love them all. First one, Bentley for Men, Absolute. This one you can pick up for $38.99. Cedar, olibanum, oud, and pink pepper. Some of the notes in this fragrance, really classy, grown up, sophisticated, mature. Smells a bit like Gucci Pour Homme 1, only way more affordable. Honestly, in the fragrance world right now, if you want something that smells like Gucci Pour Homme, this is your best bet, unless you just want to pony up a bunch of cash. Even though Bentley for Men Intense is the Bentley that gets talked about the most, Bentley for Men Absolute is right there with it in terms of the quality of the ingredients. And frankly, I think Bentley for Men Absolute might be a little bit more wearable overall. Now, just to be clear, I'm not saying anything bad about Bentley for Men Intense. I'm just saying Absolute, that's pretty good. So that one right there gonna have you smelling amazing in the cooler weather. Absolutely kills under 40 bucks. Next one you can pick up for $38.34. And this one is gonna be your just anytime fragrance. Daytime, nighttime, office, casual, date, night out, doesn't matter. It can do it. Big compliment puller also. Dylan Blue from Versace. Citrus, ambroxan, incense, and aquatic notes, some of the notes in the fragrance. I know a lot of people, when they see a blue fragrance, they automatically think, well, you know, that's probably more for like spring and summer because it's kind of fresh. But that's the wrong way to view blue fragrances. I mean, basically, those are made to be the Swiss Army knife, jack of all trades. You can wear it anywhere, anytime. Dylan Blue, to me, is one of the best bang for your buck blue fragrances out there, again, when we're talking from discounters, because it has a really appealing scent profile. The ingredient quality is good. It never smells like it's a rough around the edges kind of scent, and people love this stuff. And I also like the presentation. I think it's pretty nice. Well, this is a monster of a bottle, 200 milliliters. You don't really need that much. Frankly, I'm never going to use all of it, but I got a good deal on it. I don't know what that says about me, but the fragrance is good. Next up, just one of the king of the cheapies fragrances for me. Wanted by Night from Azzaro. $33.79 is what you can pick this up for right now. Now, a little bad news for this fragrance, at least as of this video. So it's like bad news for the next, I don't know, week. But on FragranceX, the 50 mil is sold out. I know. Take a minute, compose yourself. The 1.7 ounce on FragranceX is sold out. Now you're thinking to yourself, why do I even care? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because the 50 milliliter, for the longest time, you could pick that up under $30 on FragranceX, but now it's sold out. So that means now it's $33.79 on FragranceNet, you know? This has cinnamon, tobacco, vanilla, incense, and some fruity notes in the fragrance, and I think that stuff is killer. It's very unique smelling for a designer fragrance, especially in that price range. It is a fantastic evening fragrance, but it works just as well during the day, especially when it's blustery outside, you know, the wind whipping around, it's chilly. That stuff is awesome. Big attention grabber. I love Wanted by Night. Really great. Now this next one you can get for really cheap, $22.09. It is Trussardi Reflesso. It has apple tonka, leather, and lavender as some of the notes in this scent. And this smells a little bit similar to La Nuit de l'Homme. By a little bit similar, I mean a lot similar to La Nuit de l'Homme. Only, hey, performance here, a little bit of a step up. Bottle, a little bit of a step down. But the scent profile here, is great. Really, really enjoyable, fantastic scent. Now, Trussardi Reflesso, I've talked about before. I think other people have talked about it in the community. So a lot of people know about it, at least people that watch fragrance videos. But people that don't really don't know about it. You can go to websites for stores that have Reflesso at retail. Same thing goes for Bentley from Absolute. Sort by bestsellers, and those fragrances are going to be toward the very bottom. Those fragrances are getting outsold by some janky stuff, okay? People just don't know. So not many people are going to be wearing Reflesso unless they are really into fragrances. And the fragrance for almost under a 20 spot, yeah, Reflesso is sick. This next one you can get for $28.59. Now, I will say the Eau de Parfum is a little bit better, but for the price range we're working with, this is gonna work. It's the one Eau de Toilette, the original. Amber, tobacco, ginger, cardamom, grapefruit, some of the notes in this one, and even to this day, the one smells friggin' great. In fact, I will spray some right now, just for my own enjoyment. I didn't need the strip. I doused my hand. Yeah, this stuff still bangs. let me bang, bro. I'll let you bang. Anyone who gets that reference, thumbs up, +1 point for you. So this one is the quintessential date night fragrance. It's great in the office even. I know a lot of people wouldn't think of it as an office type scent, but it absolutely works there because it's not too loud, which makes it usable around a lot of different people. It still smells awesome. I know the Eau de Parfum is an improvement, but that stuff, great. Now this next one is the one that's right at $40, but I had to include it. It's $40.29. So it's right there. It's the Scent Absolute from Hugo Boss. It's got ginger, maninka, and vetiver as some of the notes in the fragrance. Really a lovely fragrance. I'm a fan of the scent though. The scent line I do enjoy. Well, for the most part. I'm looking at you, the Scent Pure Accord, you freaking abomination. This one has a nice fresh opening with the ginger, a little pop of ginger, and it mixes with that maninka. And there's a good amount of maninka in here. That is the note that really ties together the scent line. And then you got that nice little bit of vetiver in the dry down. And you guys know me, I like vetiver. I'm a fan. Very versatile for fall time, great winter time scent as well. And you could pull that off in the spring also. So a good amount of versatility with that one. Even though it's just right above my cusp, my cutoff for this video, had to include it. This next one you can get for $33.14. Kenzo Aqua. Yeah, and if you haven't heard about this fragrance, you were probably thinking to yourself, but Aqua though, that don't make no sense. This one has hazelnut, aquatic notes, and pink pepper as some of the notes in the fragrance, along with a bit of tonka. Now, even though this has aquatic notes, even though it's called Aqua, it's really not very fresh or watery. It's actually more of a sweet, warm scent with aquatic undertones. It has some passing similarities to fragrances like 1 Million Lucky and Y Eau de Parfum, as well as the discontinued Paul Smith London. So just kind of an interesting combination of a few different fragrances shoved into one bottle. That's basically what this is. The name, like I said, it doesn't make any sense. It's kind of stupid. I feel like they had the name already picked out. They had the bottle already done. And then they got the fragrance and they were like, well, I guess it's Aqua now, boys. But it doesn't smell like water. Doesn't matter. It's what it is. Just put aquatic notes in the description. Deal with it. Depending on where you look, you're gonna see a little bit of hate toward that scent, but frankly, I think it's really good. It takes aspects from those fragrances, which are all, for the most part, well liked and, you know, really versatile scents for fall time. And it puts it all right here in a very affordable package. So, you know, I'll take that. This next one you can get for $23.39. It's Cavalli Womo. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys here. If the price does not matter to you, then I think Womo Silver Essence is a little bit nicer than this one. And I think Womo Deep Desire is a little bit better suited for evenings out in the fall than the original. So if price does not matter to you, just grab one of those. If price does matter, grab this one. The Cavalli Womo line is seriously underrated and it's probably because it comes from Cavalli. Actually, that's definitely what it is. Yeah, no love for the whole snake skin aesthetic that Cavalli's got going on. Sorry about that, Roberto. This one has violet, honey, tonka, and saffron as some of the notes in the fragrance. So it's going to be floral forward, but not in a way that's going to come across overly, feminine or anything like that. So don't worry. It's got a good amount of sweetness in there. It's got kind of a dark, mysterious undertone as well. And it's very versatile. Now, I think Silver Essence that I mentioned is a little bit better because it is slightly fresher, which is going to make it easier to pull off in more situations. And I know I just said that's versatile, and it is. It's just Silver Essence is more so. But for under $25, Cavalli Womo is a steal. Great stuff. This next one is the exact same cost, $23.39. Some people don't like these bottles. I think I'm beginning to be partial to them. The tackiness, I didn't used to like it, but suddenly I can feel it. I can feel the tacky. Pepe Jeans, celebrate for men. And on the back, my favorite slogan, not to be taken. I still don't know what that means. I've never bothered to look it up. A quick Google search revealed nothing. I still don't know what it means. It's got cacao, cinnamon, tonka, and amberwood as some of the notes in the fragrance. And this one is kind of like Kenzo Aqua in the sense that you can pick out bits and pieces of other popular fragrances in it. Now, some people might say, hey, it smells a little bit like Pure Excess from Paco Rabanne. Somebody else might say, hey, it smells a little bit like Bad Boy from Carolina Herrera. So it's another kind of Frankenstein's monster scent, but it comes out smelling great. So nothing to complain about. Under $25, and you're getting little bits and pieces of fragrances that cost 2 to 3 times as much. That's a win in my book. Last one, $21.44. Guess Seductive Homme Noire. Apple, tonka, lavender, and nutmeg. Some of the notes here. This smells similar to 1 Million from Paco Rabanne, just the original 1 Million. So what you're getting here is something that's sweet, warm, and spicy. Really great for evening wear, like the name would suggest. Seductive Noire. That one you can often find at Ross's, TJ Maxx, or Marshall's in the United States. And frankly, the House of Guess has way more fragrances that are solid than you would expect. Like if you have never smelled Guess fragrances and you saw the packaging that some of the different scents have and the price points that they have, you would think, man, that is gonna be absolute gutter trash. Swamp gutter trash with just rotting carcasses in it. That is Guess fragrances. That's what you would think, and you would be wrong. This is actually one of the first fragrances that started to get me more into the house. I've picked up some more fragrances since this one, and I've been pleasantly surprised more often than not. So Guess Seductive Homme Noire, under $22. It's a steal. There we go. Top 10 cheap fall designer fragrances. You don't have to spend all that much money to smell awesome. Each one of these in cooler weather is going to be a fantastic grab, and lots of these are versatile enough that you can pull them off during the day or the evening. And I would say the vast majority of these are office safe as well. That's gonna do it for me. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for your support. I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.